Hi guys! Today is Thursday and I have my gynecology appointment with my consultant. It's a bit of a long story, so I will try and keep it brief. In fact, I'll start at the beginning.
Hey, won't you pour me another? I'm going in, so wish me good luck. Yeah, gotta put on my favorite song. I need a boost. Let's turn up the love.
So basically in 2012, I believe it was, I got the Mirena coil put in. It's obviously protection against falling pregnant and things like that. I actually got it put in to regulate my periods. For years and years and years, I have been through a lot with period pain, excessive bleeding, things like that. My uterus is back to front, which means it lies towards my spine instead of towards my abdomen. It also has a dip in the top, which means it isn't the shape it's supposed to be either. And I have scarring from a botched caesarean job, which basically caused a bit of bother. And I've had polyps and cysts as well. I've had numerous problems with my reproductive system and periods over the years, and I've been told things like endometriosis, polycystic ovary syndrome, all these different things. For years and years I've been dealing with that. And then I got the coil put in and I had it for about 2 or 3 years, and to be honest, it worked great. I didn't get periods at all, I didn't get pain related to periods. So I was loving life, and then round about the same time, 2016, I developed an autoimmune condition. There was something with my blood, and because of my periods as well, I was really anemic, my hair fell out, I had alopecia. It's just been ongoing, and I started developing a pain in my side, really low down in my abdomen and my right hand side. And so I thought at the time it was the coil, because I heard stories that it can perforate your uterus and things like this, and I actually thought it was the coil. I went to my doctor and I said, look, as much as I don't want to have periods again, this pain is unbearable. I mean, it literally felt like something was digging into me when I was walking, when I was sitting down. Like, I had all these images of this coil thing just sitting there and piercing into my ovaries or something, because that's what it felt. It was really painful. So we agreed that I would have my coil taken out. Now, at the same time, we realised that I hadn't been for my recent smear test. So this was August 2016, and my smear test was supposed to be back in February, but I had just missed it because, let's face it, a lot of girls do. They think it's not that important. Well, was I wrong? Indeed I was, because I wouldn't be here. I had the coil removed, and at the same time I had a smear, and the doctor noticed visually with her own eyes that I had differences in my cervix. So after a bunch of tests and all these things, it came back and they said yes, there was cancer cells present on the membrane of my cervix. So they gave me a procedure called LETZ, L-L-E-T-Z. And that's basically, and this is really graphic, so I'm sorry, TMI, it's basically like taking a cheese wire and slicing off a piece of your cervix. They can also do laser things as well, and they burn off the cells and things like that, but they removed a part of my cervix. A year went by and I had still a lot of pain, still a lot of period problems. I went back for my checkup, and lo and behold, there was cells that were cancerous again. They done a biopsy, they removed part of my cervix again, and every time basically they went in and removed a part, there was more behind it, and they removed that, there was more behind it. They told me at one point it was stage 1 cancer, but that it was already removed in the previous surgery, so I didn't have to worry about it. But they did say that they didn't get full margins, so there was still a chance that there was like microcells at the top of my cervix. Now, if you bear in mind, right, if your cervix, if you assume that your cervix is this long, no, it isn't. People's cervix can be this short, they can be this long. They were taking off piece of the cervix. So if I was to fall pregnant again, my cervix wouldn't be competent, it wouldn't be strong enough to hold a full pregnancy. So at this point, after the procedures, they told me, you know, the chances are I won't be able to have another pregnancy. So that's fine. Along all this journey and all the scares and all the worry and all these things, I was still getting really bad periods. I ended up developing a post-op infection, and all these things happened that between myself and my doctor and my gynaecologist, we agreed that a hysterectomy is probably my best option. I can't have kids anyway, my period problems won't go away, the cervix cells keep mutating. I also have a thing called HPV. Anybody can get it, although it is sexually transmitted. It's not a sexually transmitted disease. Loads of people are carriers and they lay dormant. And when HPV becomes active, it can cause, it's a link to cancerous cells in your cervix. I've had active HPV on and off. It comes back, it goes away, it comes back. So my risk of getting cervicular cancer is like through the roof, and we just don't want to even worry about that anymore. And between all my other issues, there's no reason. And because I do bleed so heavy as well, that plays into my autoimmune condition, because as I said, it makes me really weak, it makes me sick, it makes me anemic, gives me headaches. Like, it's just so much crap based on this one thing. So today, the reason I'm telling you all that is because today, after a long time, I finally have my appointment to go and speak to the main consultant in gynaecology. And this is the guy that gets to make the decision of whether I have a hysterectomy. Now, we've been talking about this for the best part of 2 years. I keep having to go through different tests and different biopsies and different scans and all these things, because they want to look into it every single which way to see if there's an alternative solution, because I'm only 35, but at the same time, I can't have any more kids anyway, and I've already got 2 children, Stuart and Abby. So my thing is, stop putting me through all this crap. Guys, I can't even tell you how much I don't want a hysterectomy. It's not a choice, believe me, it's not a choice, because I would have loved to have more children at some point, because I don't have a partner right now, and if I did, I would like to think, you know, I could add to my family. But I've came to that fact, I've accepted that fact that I can't have any more children, and I'm okay with that. I've made my peace with that. I need the hysterectomy, so I want the hysterectomy in the sense that I would feel much better and just be able to have such a better quality of life, guys, because you don't realise this is the stuff that people don't talk about, and I'm going to talk about it right now. Again, too much information. When I wake up in the morning and I've got my periods, my bed looks like a scene from a horror movie. It's like Texas Chainsaw Massacre in here. When I walk, even just standing making a cup of tea and I lift the kettle, guys, I feel it pouring. This isn't just one of those, you know, Always Ultra TV ad about sanitary towels and they say, oh, you only lose 6 tablespoons of blood per period. No! Dude, I lose that much blood that I feel like I'm going to die. Like, you don't understand. It's horrific. I can't stay overnight at people's houses. Don't even get me started about having a boyfriend. I can't go out. I can't go and enjoy myself because I have this fear that I'm going to have an accident or that it's going to be too much and I might end up collapsing. Like, you have no idea how much this impacts my life. Literally every three weeks, every 21 days this goes on in my life. I'm just done and I need this hysterectomy. So really, guys, why I'm telling you all this is because even though I will know the answer by the time you guys see this video, just please right now, just quick prayers for me that it'll go well and that they will let me go ahead and get my hysterectomy. Because the thing is as well, I can't move to America until I get my hysterectomy because insurance and all that stuff. So I need to get this before I get to America. And on a good note, if you guys don't know and you're still here, thanks for listening for the last 9 minutes about women's problems. But if you're still here, then you get to know a little secret. It is 90% confirmed that I'm going back to California next year, the middle of October, until January. I'll be there for 3 months. I've been offered somewhere to stay. I have possibilities of work. Now, I will be going, I want to stress this, I'm going over on a tourist visa. I will not be working whilst I'm there. This is a research holiday. This is to find out what is available. So I have somewhere to stay and I'll be able to look and see what's there. I'll be able to set it all up the right way, find out what visa I need to apply for, get sponsorship, all this. I've looked into it so much, guys, so I don't need people to tell me what to do because I know I'm looking into it and I have a long time to get there. But anyway, so yes, I'll be in California for 3 months at the end of next year. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. And this time you guys get to come on the journey with me. You get to watch me packing and getting ready for it. But before all that, we just need to get the hysterectomy sorted. So thank you very much for listening to me. I hope that is maybe a little bit informative. Women, girls, all you dreamer girls out there, and yes, I do say girls because boys do not have the bits that girls have. I don't care what team you're on. Females that have a cervix in their body, you have to go and get your smear tests. You have to go and get checked out. It is so important, guys. If I didn't, I would not be here. I would be diagnosed with full-blown cancer, guys. I would have had to have had all sorts of treatment and stuff. So I'm so lucky, so blessed, so grateful that something in my body told me I needed to get checked out. But guys, it's the silent killer. It doesn't always give you symptoms. In fact, it's called the silent killer because you don't get symptoms. I'm very, very fortunate that I'm very in tune with my body. Get to know your body. Check your breasts for lumps, even just lying in the bath. You can get to know what is right for you, and then you're more aware if there's a change in anything. Document your periods. I have an app, not a paid sponsor, I have an app called Clue. It lets me document when I get my periods, what symptoms I get with it, how often I get them, and that is a very good way to be able to keep track, to know if there's any changes that isn't right for your body, because every woman is different. People will experience different things, but it will allow you to get to know yourself better so that you're more aware if there is a change in anything, to be just more vigilant and to go to the doctors. And yep, that's pretty much it. I'm going to go now. I need to go because hospital appointment. I'll let you guys know in the next vlog what happened. Bye!
She's going to climb up. Slightly higher risk because of your previous surgeries and the previous loops as well.
Yeah, I know.
But we'll be very careful.